Chapter 10, The lines are all open. At 21:00 hours, the city's emergency call center stopped pretending it could keep up. The room was never quiet, not even on good nights. Phones rang in uneven rhythms, operators murmured scripts they'd spoken 1,000 times, keyboards clicked and radios hissed. Tonight, the sound layered on itself, stacking higher and higher until it became something physical. Pressure behind the eyes, a tightness in the chest. There was a sense that if it got any louder, something inside the room would crack. Red lights blinked on nearly every console. Queue full, overflow active, hold times are escalating. Dispatch Supervisor Mandy Moore stood in the center aisle, headset clamped tight, eyes jumping from screen to screen. She hadn't sat down in over an hour. No one had. "Okay," she said, her voice even through habit alone. "We are prioritizing life-threatening calls only. Animals inside residences, transit systems, and hospitals. Everything else holds." A dispatcher too rose down, laughed, not with humor, disbelief. "They're all life-threatening." Mandy didn't argue. The first reports had come in at 2012, a tiger in Harlem. A bear near the Bronx River Parkway. Calls about lions, hyenas, and wolves. Too many, too quick, and too absurd to catalog properly. Someone had joked that April Fool's Day came early. Then the zoo's emergency line went dead. Now every call described animals that did not belong where they were. 911, what's your emergency? There's something in the street. It's not a dog. It's not frackin', the call dropped. Another line lit. 911, do you need police, fire, or medical assistance? My neighbor's door is gone, like gone. There are claw marks. I hear breathing. A crash sounded in the background, screaming. The line cut. Mandy watched icons vanish from the live map as calls disconnected mid-sentence, some by accident, some do not. EMS is stretched thin, a dispatcher called out. Fire can't reach the Upper West Side, streets are blocked. Route where you can, Mandy said. Log everything. At console 14, Maya Patel swallowed and answered her next call. 911, what's your location? A woman sobbed so hard it took several seconds for words to form. My daughter, my baby, something is laughing outside. Ma'am. Maya said gently, what do you see? I don't see it, I hear it. A sound filtered through the phone, high-pitched, breathy, and rhythmic. Maya froze, hyena. Ma'am, lock yourself in a room, she said carefully. Barricade the door if you can. It's scratching, oh God. The scream ended abruptly. Dead air. Maya stared at the screen until another call forced its way through. Across the room, someone whispered, that was a kid. No one answered. Dispatchers had stopped writing full notes. They typed fragments now. Animal inside apartment. Caller screaming. Unknown species. Line terminated. A young dispatcher raised her hand, trembling. Supervisor, what do we tell them? We don't have protocols for this. Mandy met her eyes. You tell them how to survive the next 5 minutes. The clock rolled to 21:17. That was when the subway calls began. At first they were scattered. Smoke in the station, no dust, something collapsed. People on the tracks. There's an animal in the tunnel, Mandy straightened. Transit incidents are priority 1, all hands. Maya's phone rang again. 911, what's your emergency? The sound came first, a deep, distorted wail reverberating through the line. Not a roar, something metallic layered over breath and mass. It's coming from everywhere, a man shouted. The walls feel that, the floor's shaking. Sir, where are you? Lexington line, people are screaming. The call stayed open. Maya heard panicked voices, metal scraping, and the wail again closer, vibrating through the speaker. What is that? Someone cried, then a thunderous crack. The line went dead. Log it, Mandy said quietly. Timestamp. Maya's hands shook as she typed. Another call replaced it instantly. We're trapped underground, a woman sobbed. The lights went out, something hit the tunnel wall, a child screamed. The sound echoed unnaturally through the concrete and panic. Ma'am, move away from the tracks. Maya said, toward the nearest exit. We can't, the ceiling. This time the sound was unmistakable, a roar, low and heavy. The call dissolved into static. Mandy turned sharply. Get transit authority on every channel. They're not responding, the radio operator said. Repeaters are failing. At 21:23, half the subway system vanished from the live map. Not shut down. Gone. Phones rang nonstop. Dispatchers stopped speaking aloud. There was no room for it. They worked in silence now, eyes glassy, voices hoarse. One operator ripped off her headset and ran for the bathroom, gagging. Mandy let her go. A new call was routed to Maya, already open. All she heard at first was breathing. Harsh, too loud, too close to the receiver. Then a woman whispered, "I think it's a bear." The word didn't make sense. "Not here." "Ma'am," Maya said carefully, grounding her voice. "Where are you right now?" "In the subway," the woman said. "Below street level, we never made it out." A child's voice cut in, strained and panicked. Maya's posture snapped upright. "Who am I speaking to?" "Claire." The woman said, "This is my son, Liam." Maya pulled up the transit schematic automatically, fingers moving on instinct. "Claire, stay on the line. Which station?" "I don't know," Claire said. "The lights went out. We're between platforms. There's dust everywhere." The sound came through again, that deep, distorted wail, not a roar, not exactly. It carried weight, structure, the sound of mass moving through a confined space. "That noise you're hearing," Maya said slowly, choosing every word, "is coming through the tunnel. Is that right?" "Yes." Claire said, "It's shaking the walls." Behind her voice, something screeched, metal under stress. Maya swallowed. "Claire, listen to me. Get as far from the tunnel opening as you can. Stay off the tracks." "We are," Claire said. "We're pressed against the wall." A violent impact thundered through the line. The sound of concrete cracking was sharp, explosive. Liam cried out. "It's breaking through," Claire shouted. "The wall, oh God." Maya's screen lit with alerts as sensors tripped across multiple tunnel segments. Mandy was already behind her. "What is it?" "Bear," Maya said quietly. "Inside the subway." On the line, the sound changed. Not pursue, collapse. A roar tore through the tunnel, fully unleashed now, reverberating through the confined space until it became unbearable. "Liam, don't move," Claire screamed. Static flooded the call, then nothing. The line dropped. Maya didn't move for a full second, then she logged it. "Bear breach, subway tunnel, structural failure is ongoing. Civilians inside." Around her, phones continued to ring, dispatchers continued to answer. But the city underground was no longer holding. And no matter how many they answered, it was never enough.